How is the work-life balance in the Merchant Marine? Do I have enough time to raise a family and start a life outside of the Merchant Marine, or am I going to be stuck at sea my entire career? Now, I get asked this question all the time. If you don't know me, my name is Dean. I'm in the Merchant Marine. I work on ships that do various jobs, traveling the world, doing all different kinds of shit. Merchant Marine is a very interesting industry. And I have a community called Sailors Connect. And this community is filled with people who are interested in pursuing a career in the maritime industry, or anyone who just wants to meet people in this industry and learn everything there is to do about it. And it's a great place to start and meet awesome people. Met some of the best friends of my life in this industry, and it's a great place. But in this industry and in this community, I get asked all the time, how is my work-life balance? Because I have two kids, a boy and a girl, and I have been in this industry before them, and I have been in this industry during their birth, and obviously raising them to what they are now. Now, people ask me all the time who are getting into this industry, how is it? Is it a challenge to raise children when you have to go away for months at a time doing various tasks on these ships? And it definitely can be difficult. The reality of it is that it is difficult. It's never easy walking away from my kids knowing that I'm going to be gone for months. Now, it's a sacrifice that I have to make because I have to bring in money to support their lives. Of course, that's my job. Beyond anything that I do, my number one priority is supporting these children and making sure they have a great life. And the Merchant Marine gave me the opportunity to give them this life. So I don't know if you know my background, but I got into a lot of trouble and I did not have many options available for me in this world. And in that same time period, there was a baby coming. So I knew I had to act quick, get on the fucking move, and start making good enough money to support this baby. So with my past, my troubled past, and foreseeing the future that I will have a family to raise, it's not just me I have to support anymore. I need to make enough money to support this family. Luckily, I stumbled upon the Merchant Marine, which allowed me into their world, meeting all these amazing people, getting this amazing career, making really good money with great advancement, that I can support my family, right, with a troubled past. I always say it is the best second chance. If you want to jump to a new career, the Merchant Marine is there for you. If you have a little bit of a shady background, the Merchant Marine is there for you. Now, yeah, it's a sacrifice that I have to make to support my family. And I'm away pretty much a lot. I am away a lot. There's no way to go bounce around that. I can't lie about that. I'm away a lot. As you can see, I'm currently home right now making this video. I'm not on a ship that I am on some of my other videos. The current job that I have right now in the Merchant Marine is I work a month and then I'm home a month. And I do that all year round. So I'm away from my family for 6 months out of the year. That's the reality of it. But I'm home, fully dedicating my time to go on trips with them, to do anything that they want to do 100% of the time when I'm home for 6 months out of the year. Who can say they have 6 months out of the year to spend quality time with their family? There's this cool quote that I heard from somebody, and someone was asked, I want to get into the Merchant Marine, but I hear that I'm away so much. That's such a sacrifice. And I think it was the chief engineer, and this chief engineer said, I spent 20 years in the Merchant Marine so far. But little do you know that 10 years of those 20 years, I was on vacation. I was home. Out of the 20 years I was in the Merchant Marine, 10 of those years, half the time I was home. Half the year I am home, and half the year I work. Simple as that. It's simple as that. I don't have the weekends to, work 5 days a week off too. I am home for 6 months out of the year to do whatever I want. I don't think about the ship. I don't worry about it when I'm home. I'm focusing 100% on my family. Now, I think when it comes to the Merchant Marine, one of the biggest things that people get nervous about or really don't think that it's right for them is the sacrifice that they have to make to be away from their loved ones. And I understand that. And I was talking to some people in my family, and some of them are always saying that they wish I could be home more. And I'm like, of course. Of course I wish I could be home more. So I'm gonna give you a little quick situation that I'm in. So my mother lives 6 hours away from me, and she wants to come see the kids. Of course, that's what grandparents do. But she can only get off so many days of the year. She's a dental hygienist. She can only get off for so many days of the year. And I asked her, imagine if I worked a job similar to yours, where I can only get 1 to 2 days off a month extra outside of the weekends that I'm already off, so we can plan a visit. Imagine that. You know how hard it would be to plan time to spend together if I had to juggle the same schedule as you? When I'm home and you're off, there's no problem. There's nothing in my way. I have a whole month. So if you're off on a weekend and you end up taking off on a Monday, so you have a 3-day weekend, I already have off. You don't have to worry about my schedule. I'm home for half the year. So just plan the time you're home to come see the kids when I'm home. Simple as that. I don't have to worry about juggling crazy schedules. I remember when I used to work, before I joined in the Merchant Marine, I used to do security at a casino, security officer. And getting off just one day was the biggest pain in the ass. I couldn't imagine having to do that once, twice, 3 times a year to try to set up a vacation with my family. I was like, I can't do this. It's not meant for me. It's not meant for me. I would always end up getting, honestly, I would end up, not from that job, but there was a previous job that I did to where I was like, I need off. I need something. I have something to go on. And they were like, no. And I'm like, all right, I'm just not coming back. I choose my life over my career every time. I'm all about living my life. I don't want to live under someone else's control ever. I don't want this a career to run my life. I want to live my life. And I found the best work-life balance to be in the Merchant Marine. I mean, yeah, when I'm out there, I'm out there. But when I'm home, 100%. I only dedicate myself to a job for half the year. Most people dedicate themselves to their job all year. People who work a salary job, they say work 5 days a week, off on the weekend, and you're going to get paid however so much. A lot of these salary jobs require you to come in and work this overtime, but you're still going to be making only that salary. So it's like you're not making any extra money, but the company, the corporation, whatever it is, needs you to come in and work extra. Fuck that. Fuck that. In the Merchant Marine, when I walk off that ship to go home, they're not calling me back. And if they try, I'm going to say no. Unless I want to go work extra. I can always work extra if I want. That's the other thing in the Merchant Marine. You have the freedom to choose work more if you want. This is a situation where if you have a family and you want to see your family more, you can do that. And if you want to work more, you can do that. So when my first child was born in the early stages, when I was in the Merchant Marine, I would work for 4 months. And then I would come home and spend with my kid 8 months straight. I would spend with my child 8 months straight. What other job can you take a fucking 8-month vacation and then after that vacation go back to work? And I kept the benefits the whole time. We had to go to the doctor 25 freaking times in that 8-month time period. And I had the benefits from being in the Merchant Marine to cover all the medical bills. And I was still building upon a pension. And I made good enough money to make it last those 8 months. Obviously, it gets a little scarce if you go out a couple times, but I wasn't doing that. I was managing my money, making it last. And then when I went back to work, I went back to work. I have full control over that. So if you have any concern about how am I going to manage my life with my family in the Merchant Marine, or kind of like how do you do it, how do you balance it, there's always a way. You can do the Merchant Marine part-time. You don't even have to fully dedicate all your time to the Merchant Marine at first if you don't want to. 2 months out of the year, 3 months, 4 months out of the year, get your feet wet. Then if you want, 8 months out of the year, make really good money, 8 months. You can work all year if you want, certain. Military SEAL of Command, you don't even have to get off the ship if you don't want to. Fuck, you can make a killing out there if that's what you want. If all this family shit is none of your concern right now, you just want to make some good-ass money, go make it. There's a lot of flexibility. There's a lot of freedom you have in the merchant marine to make these decisions on yourself. Work-life balance. I don't think there's a better industry in the world that has better work-life balance than the merchant marine. A lot of people say the opposite of me, but like I can't imagine. I've worked other jobs. I've worked the 9 to 5 job, and it's like I would see my kids for 2 hours, and we didn't get to do anything. We just end up watching something, and then that's what you do. You just end up watching something the weekday, and then you go to bed and get ready for go to work again. And I don't know. I don't know if it's just me who sees this. If you agree, you're in the right place, because I rather spend 6 months out of the year spending all the time I want, doing whatever I want. We can go on a vacation every other month of the year. Every other month, I can go on a vacation with my kids. In the job I'm at right now, think about this. I can work for a month, go home for a month. We can take a trip to Hawaii for that month. Go back to work for the month. Come home for the month. Go to freaking the Philippines for that month. Go back to work for the month. And I don't have to worry about, I go to the Philippines for a full month. I don't have to even worry about, oh, where am I going to find my next job? I have to go looking for my next job. No, I just wait. They call me up. I get back on the boat, make money. Yeah. No opportunity like this in the world. I swear to it. There is no opportunity like this in the world. And if this interests you at all, the Merchant Marine, make sure to check out my community, Sailors Connect. It's honestly, it is a great resource for me and for all these people. And besides it just helping you with getting into the maritime industry, into the Merchant Marine, it's just a great place to make friends. I'm making some awesome friends in this place, and we just help each other out, support each other, give each other tips, boost each other up, help each other out. That's all it is. That's what it is. But if you're interested in the Merchant Marine, make sure to check out the Sailors Connect community. Link in description. And when you do start sailing, I hope you do, and I will see you out there. Sail on.